There are a few select gamers out there that are tired of the arcade shooters and want to bunker down into something more serious. If you don't have the big time bucks, you're going to be looking away from the games like Arma and Squad and more towards games like what I'm showing on screen. What is it exactly? Well, it's a free-to-play milsim shooter made by content creator BlueDrake42 and a small team Drakeling Labs called Operation Harsh Doorstop that serves more than just one purpose. Sure, it's a first-person shooter, but it's also a modding platform. I'm gonna explain in a bit why this is a benefit and also why I think this is causing some kickback from the community. If you enjoyed what you see today, be sure to hit the sub button and turn the bell to all so you never miss another video. Also, I do not condone the harassment of Blue Drake, Drakeling Labs, or anybody mentioned in this video. Okay? Alright, let's continue. Now, whatever I'm going to critique in this game, I want you to understand that this game being free does not give it a pass. Sure, it's free to play, but it's also competing for the attention surrounded by the bigger titles that have been doing this way longer. If you're one of the people that think this way, just do me a favor and take your hands away from the keyboard. Hell, sit on them for all I care, and just listen. Operation Harsh Doorstop does a couple things exceptionally well than just about any other game I've played. The sounds, the visuals, and the community-made content. I think the audio in this game is absolutely amazing. Hearing the crisp, crackling effects of bullets in the distance or going past my head is a really nice touch. Visually, the game looks really nice. It's an Unreal Engine game, but it doesn't look like one all that much, if you know what I mean. The mods that are currently available feel like they help expand the value of the game. Community-made content is something I will endorse to the day I die, and there's some interesting things on the workshop so far. Some of it isn't for me, but it might be for you. Now, if I'm going to talk about the good, it's only fair that I talk about the bad. So here's where I personally feel the game can improve. First, get rid of toggle aim. Yeah, that's it. That's really all I gotta say about that. Joking aside, I can't rebind it. I can rebind the toggle crouch, but not the toggle aim. A huge irritation of mine. Second, vaulting feels really sluggish and just not enjoyable. You'll have more success taking the extra second to just move around the wall than to vault over it. Maybe increase the speed of it by a bit and you'll be solid. Finally, it is so disorienting to be in a firefight and then just see a gray screen that only says, "You died." It's like coming to a dead stop after going 70 miles an hour. If you can, play an animation of your character dying in first person similar to Tarkov or something like COD's death sequence and it'll be a way better improvement. Yeah, it's a short list on both ends, but the rest of the video is dedicated to probably the quote-unquote kickbacks I mentioned earlier that are currently affecting OHD in my opinion. Half the community thinks this is a great free-to-play milsim experience that helps players who've never played the genre get into it easier. The other half think it's the biggest skid mark on the Steam store, and what I personally think made the voices of the latter more prominent was two things: Blue Drake's video on how to make constructive criticism, and how he and the team have responded to comments on their discussion board. Starting with the video, it's a 38-minute explanation of how to leave a comment that won't get you yeeted off Steam, because according to Blue Drake, Valve themselves are stepping in and handling some of this stuff. Now, I don't know what's been said, so I'm gonna have to take Drake's word for it and say that some of the comments may just be hate-filled rage with nothing on how to make the game better. Unfortunately, that's just how the Steam community as a whole entity is. Have you seen reviews on something like COD? Like, there are comments recommending the game and saying, "I enjoy this game the most when it's uninstalled, and it gets the most attraction." Do I know if that's what the comments were like? No, but I have an idea based on the already existing discussions and reviews of the game. Unfortunately, I feel like the hate got even more prominent after that video came out because a lot of people that were leaving those reviews were probably just trolls looking to get a rise out of Drake. When he made the video, it showed them that they cut so deep enough that it warranted a video like this. And I'm not gonna fault Drake in his responses because hell, he feels like he's responding appropriately to everything. But at some point, he's gotta realize that not everything these quote-unquote fluff comments say pertain to him personally, just the game. And I get that sometimes you can't separate business from pleasure and vice versa, but in this case, as a content creator and a developer, you gotta learn how to do that, man. And it might just be best for you to ignore these people screaming pointless shit into your ears. On the topic of responses, I want to talk about how he and his team have gone about responding to comments. First thing I want to mention is that there was a user claiming Drake was using assets, someone asked for the link, the OP posted the link, and says that you can even download their demo and use a decompiler on both the demo and OHD and you'll see the same code. This is the direct response from Drake himself. I'm going to clarify clarify that there is not a single thing in this marketplace product that is in Operation Harsh Doorstop. Not a single thing. I literally don't even own this LMAO. So before the rumor train goes hard, just so you know, this is a complete falsity. The only asset that is in our game right now is like a rock. I think maybe a few of the car environment props are still an asset. All of the code that is the same that you see in our project compared to the asset you linked is called Unreal Engine LOL. I think the first part of this comment was actually really well explained, but then he finishes it off with this weird sort of undertone of, hey, dumb shit, it's the same code because it's Unreal Engine, duh. I think you could have just said the reason it's the same code is because we use Unreal Engine and we don't use any assets from this pack that you linked in our game. Boom. Done. That would have saved you so much effort. The next one I want to show was one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video, and it also segues into my next quote-unquote kickback. This person is saying, please put anti-cheat into the game. There are tons of cheaters shooting explosives and it's making the game not fun and pointless to play. And it's a valid comment. I don't enjoy the multiplayer to this game at all because there isn't an anti-cheat. Oh, what the f***? That was so damn loud. Oh my god, dude. Even when this game is like halfway turned down, it's so fucking loud. Oh, there's a hacker in here. Yeah, I see him. He's fucking sliding around. Yep. This is what happens when you don't implement a fucking anti-cheat on launch. But nah, instead you want to have the community write their own anti-cheat. Nah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, nah, dude, I'm good. I'm out. Nope. Now, here's the reply from Gooms, the dev. We have responded to this plenty. These guys are just informing you of it. Please do some research and look into what we have said. I don't really feel like it is necessary to repeat it yet again. There is also plenty of good information online that explains how this all works too. It's just a Google search away. The games mentioned above also have their own cheater issues. Not sure if you think they do not, but they most certainly do. The main difference there is the community servers and their tools have developed and matured enough that they have a tight lock on all of that. And all of those servers, owners/admins, do a tremendous amount of background work that you probably just don't see to keep their servers cheater free. We have plenty of friends that run very large server communities for all those games that are paid, have anti-cheat systems, have admin tools, and they still need to have teams of 10 plus people to track and manage that stuff daily to keep their servers clean. I just don't think most of you guys actually see the amount of work that goes into that behind the scenes. Give us and the server community some time and we will get there too. This oh boy. It's not the worst response that I've ever seen, right? But if you gotta include the term do your own research in your argument, congrats. I'm not gonna continue listening to you. I don't know why, but it's so damn condescending to hear someone say that. And then following it up with the there's plenty of good information on Google line just makes you come off in a certain way. Going to the first line of the second paragraph, the games you mentioned above also have their own cheater issues. Not sure if you think they do not, but they most certainly do. I'm sure he's well aware that other games have cheating issues. COD, Tarkov, Battlefield, Halo, CSGO, League of Legends even, it doesn't matter. All games have cheaters, but what they don't do though is tell the community, hey, go code your own anti-cheat until we go put one in. Now at the time of writing this, they do plan on implementing easy anti-cheat. I'm assuming no one was really up for coding their own anti-cheat, so that's good. You know, that's improvement, but it also kind of null and voids what you said about writing your own anti-cheat. You know, now no one's gonna do it and they're just gonna sit there and wait. Then the piece de resistance of the whole comment was, I just don't think most of you guys actually see the amount of work that goes into that behind the scenes. And in this case, he's referencing managing a community server. And no, they probably don't. Why? Because they trust that this game would have an anti-cheat. They're not gonna actively Google search, why do some games require me to build my own anti-cheat or get my own? Because there are rarely any games, if any, that make you do that. Learn how to communicate more efficiently instead of sounding like you're belittling someone for asking a question. I know you're probably annoyed by it all, but that's just part of the dev process. I wouldn't know personally, but maybe a quick Google search would tell me otherwise. Now the biggest kickback, the one I think really got people incredibly pissed, was the MYOG model, the make your own game model. Essentially, they use this game as a platform for devs and modders to come in and create things for the game, and let me tell you why I believe it hasn't turned out to be as successful. First, the game is still very early access, and I don't know why that would entice a dev or a modder to come in and start creating content on something that hasn't been fully built yet. Second, there are games like Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Arma, Squad, etc. that have all these mods that were made by the community. Did the game start out that way? No. Did they advertise, hey, come build this game with us? No. And what they also didn't do is say, there's no revive system. Here's your chance to make one, and then we'll ask if we can implement it in the game later if we like it enough. I think we can all agree that if a community loves a game enough, they'll find a way to keep it around for years on end. And for someone like me who has no dev time in anything other than Forge mode from Halo 3, this business model only applies to me when more people make content. For example, if creators on Gmod were to stop making content entirely, the game would die a quick death. Same for Arma, Squad, any other game that allows you to create or download custom-made community content and use it really. Go ahead and continue telling people, hey, create all this content for our game, because that's going to be your biggest success. I really do. However, your biggest downfall is going to be having these same people mod in features that should already be in the game. Let me know down below what you think about OHD. Will it be the top of the line free-to-play milsim experience? Will its model cause the game to fail? Let me know. While you're down there, go ahead and like the video, sub to the channel, and tap the bell to all so YouTube can keep recommending you my amazing content. This is Sir Blackout signing off so I can wait for us to hit 100 subs. We're so damn close, y'all. Thank you so much. Later.